Happy New Year. Here is at the beginning of our home learning. What I expect is that you have a really good go. This is for the week beginning the 11th of January. So you can have a look at our daily timetable. So you'll get your early morning work, you'll get English, you'll get some maths work, then a reading workshop, and then a wider curriculum. On a Monday, I will bring out your packs, or someone can come and pick it up. And in your pack, you will get any worksheets that you need. You'll get an exercise book. And today, I will bring out a pencil and a ruler for you. If you are stuck, then you can give me a call on 514-3434, which is the school telephone number, or you can email me at paula.platten@schools.sunderland.gov.uk. You can also email some work that you're really proud of. Okay? Okay, so our early morning work. This week, our early morning work is all going to be about perimeter. And if you remember, perimeter is where you measure and you add together all of the outside of a shape. So it could be the fence around the field, it could be the skirting board around the walls. Okay? But to do this work, you're going to need to convert, which means change some of our measurements. So I've got all the conversions there for you. So 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. 100 centimeters is the same as 1 meter. 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. So if 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer, half a kilometer is 500 meters, or you might see it as 0.5 kilometers or even 0.5 kilometers. A quarter of a kilometre is 250 metres, or 0.25 kilometres. 750 metres is the same as 3/4 of a kilometre, or 0.75. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to pause this video now, and I would like you to write those conversions down because it will make life easier for you. Okay, so pause the video and then press play once you have written those down. Okay, so you wrote those measurements down. Okay, and we'll have a look at number 1. How many meters are there in 6.5 kilometers? Remember, how many meters are there in 1 kilometer? So how many in 6.5 kilometers? Number 2, complete the part-whole model. You've got 5 kilometers at the top, and the 5 kilometers is made up of a quarter of a kilometer. How many meters was that? And then so many meters. What I would do is change your 5 kilometers into meters. 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer. So how many meters are there in 5 kilometers? If you had 1/4 of a kilometer, how many meters is that? Remember the triangle, so I would then subtract the quarter of a kilometre from 5 kilometres. How many metres have you got left? Number 3. Which distance is the greatest? Remember what the word greatest means? Okay, so you've got 1.5 kilometres, 1,250 metres, 1 3/4 kilometres, and 1,700 metres. What do you think you need to do to find out which one is the greatest? And I can hear you all shouting, make them all into metres, and you're all right. So, let's have a look. 1.5 kilometres. How many whole kilometres have you got? And so how many metres would that be? And then you've got 0.5 kilometres. So how many metres would that be? And add them up together. So 1.5 kilometres is 1,000 metres and 500 metres. Put them together and it's 1,500 metres. See if you can do the same for the others and then decide which is the greatest distance. Number 4. It's a true or false question. Look at the unit of measurement. You've got metres and you've got kilometres. What you need to do is you need to change them into the same unit of measurement. What I would do is I would change it to metres. So you've got 2,700 metres at 4.5 kilometres. So how many metres are in 4 kilometres? And how many in 0.5 kilometres? Add them together and have a look. Is that right? Anita, number 5. Anita has run 1/4 of an 8-kilometre race. She says, I've got 600 metres left to go. Is she correct? Think about 8 kilometres and 600 metres left to go if she's only run 1/4 of 8 kilometres. Have a go, okay? And then we'll go over the answer. Pause the video now. Okay, then you've had enough time there. Okay, let's go through the answers, shall we? So, number 1, how many metres are there in 6.5 kilometres? So, 6.5 kilometres is the same as 6,500 metres. So, I would have circled that one. Number 2, complete the part-whole model. So, 5 kilometres is the same as 5,000 metres. 1/4 of a kilometre is the same as 250 metres. So 5,000 subtract 250 is 4,750. So number 3, which distance is the greatest? So I've made them all the same unit of measurement. 1.5 kilometres is the same as 1,500 metres. Then you've got 1,250 metres. Then 1 3/4 kilometres is the same as 1,750 metres. And then you've got 1,700 metres. Which one is the greatest? And it's 1 3/4 of a kilometre, which is 1,750 metres. Number 4, true or false? 2,700 metres at 4.5 kilometres equals 7,250 kilometres. What I've done is I've changed the 4.5 kilometres into metres, which is 4,500. So 4,500 and 2,700 is 7,200 metres. So it is false. Number 5. Anita has run 1/4 of a 8-kilometre race. She says, I've got 600 metres left to go. Is she correct? So 8 kilometres is equivalent to 8,000 metres. 8,000, what's a quarter of 8,000? What's a quarter of 8? 8 divided by 4 is 2. So a quarter of the race is 2,000 metres. So that gives you 6,000 metres left to go. So she is incorrect. Okay, well done for having a good try, because that is rather tricky. Okay, what we need to do now is we need to change to our English. So get ready for our English. Are you ready? Okay then, so in your packs, you've a sheet with the pictures on exactly the same as what I've got on the PowerPoint, and it's dated Monday. So we're going to read a new novel together, but first I want you to use the pictures to write a prediction. So that is your task for this morning, okay? So what might the story be about? So, if you can imagine, if you're in the class and I had this brand new book, what would I be doing? I'd be walking around getting you to stroke it and to smelling it. So you've got to imagine that's what you're doing now. So on the pictures, you have got a dragon. You've got 2 dragons. You've got a boy with a hat on, with horns on. And I can give you a bit of a clue. That little boy is a Viking boy, okay? And then you've got a map, okay? So what do you think might be happening in this story? So your prediction, what you must think about when you write in your prediction. So what do you think is going to happen? Okay? What do you think the story is going to be about? Why have I put those characters on? And why do you think they might be important? And I want you to write at least half a page, even a full page, some of you, on what might happen in your story, in this new story. Okay, so your target will be, I can write a prediction. And can you write that in your book? And our class novel will be revealed tomorrow. So you now need to pause the video until you are finished your English, until you've written down your prediction before we go on to maths. So pause the video now. Okay, it's time for maths now. Okay, so what you need to do is you should have your pencil and your pen, rule off, and can you write today's date? Okay then, so have a look at the screen. You have 3 counters, okay? So the 3 is your denominator of your fraction, which is the bottom number of your fraction. And A is asking how many are yellow. So how many of the counters are yellow? I can hear you shout 1. Yeah, you're right. 1 out of the 3 is yellow. So it's 1 over 3. Let's have a look. B, how many are red? So how many counters have you got all together? Yeah, you have. You've got 3. So 3 is your denominator. How many are red? 2. So it'd be 2 out of 3, or 2/3 are red. So 1/3 of the counters are yellow and 2/3 of the counters are red. Okay then, let's have a look at our tower of cubes. Now it's asking how many of the tower is green. Okay, what fraction of the tower is green? So what do we need to do first? We need to count how many cubes you have all together. So, how many cubes do we have all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 will be your denominator. That will be the bottom number of your fraction in every box. So how many are green? So now you need to count how many cubes are green. 1, 2, 3. So it would be 3 over 6, or 3/6 of the tower is green. B. How many cubes do we have all together? That's right, 6. So how many is a yellow? 1, 2. So it's 2 is the numerator and over 6 the denominator. So it would be 2/6. And how many is blue? I'm going to I want you to pause the video now, and I want you to see if you can tell me or tell someone what fraction of the tower is blue. Did you get it right? 1/6. Brilliant. Excellent. You're having a really, really good go. Okay, so let's have a look. What fraction of each shape is shaded? So, have a look. How many strips all together? So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 will be our denominator. How many is shaded? 1. So 1 out of 5, or 1/5, is shaded. And I would write that 1 line 5. Okay then. How many is shaded this time? And all of your hands would be up because there's 5 strips in the shape and 3 are coloured or shaded, so it would be 3/5. Now let's have a look at the circles. How many equal parts is our circle divided into? And we can see we have 3 equal parts. How many is shaded? 1, so it's 1/3. How many equal parts here? Yeah, 3. So how many is shaded? 2. So it's 2/3. Now this one is asking you to shade, if you were to have this worksheet, to shade 1/5. Okay, so if you were coming up to the board, how many would you shade in? I know it's difficult. How many parts have we? Equal parts? We've got 5 equal parts. How many do you have to shade? The numerator, the top number tells you, and it is 1/5. So you would shade in 1 part. How many would you shade in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You would shade in 1 part. And here, 1 part again. Now, this is not a unit fraction, because remember, a unit fraction is when it's 1 part out of so many. So it'd be 1/5 is a unit fraction. 3/5 is a non-unit fraction because it's more than 1. So if you're colouring in if you have to colour in 3/5, how many do you have to shade? 3, that's right. 1, 2, 3. And how many would you shade on this one? 3. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. What about this last one? How many parts would you be shading? 3. Yeah, brilliant. Well done. Now, have a look at this one. This is exactly the same, but we're using numbers. Okay? So circle 1/3 of the counters. So what I would do is I would count the counters. So how many counters do we have? We have 9. And I would divide it by your denominator, by the third, by the 3. So 9 divided by 3 is, how many 3s in 9? 3. So I would circle 3. Now, B is asking to circle 2/3 of the counters. So we have 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. So we've got 2/3. So it would be 6. Another way that you can do that is that you could find 1/3 by dividing 9 by 3. And then to find 2/3, you multiply it by the numerator. So 3 multiplied by 2, 3 times 2 is 6. So you would circle 6. Okay, an example of a unit fraction is, remember, a unit fraction is a fraction that is one part of a whole. So it would be 1/4, 1/3, 1/5, 1/6, and the numerator, which is the top number, is always what? It is always 1. An example of a non-unit fraction is a fraction that is more than one part. So it could be 2/3, 2/4, 2/5, 2/6. And so the numerator is always greater than 1. Okay, it's your turn now. Something very similar to what we've just done. You need to complete that worksheet and then just put it in your book. You need to now pause the video so that you can do the worksheet, and then when you are ready to come back, it is time for reading workshop. So pause the video until you are ready. Okay, so it's time for reading workshop. So in your pack, you will have a reading workshop sheet. So a reading comprehension. Some are doing about the ancient volcano, and some of you have got something slightly different. So you will need to just get on with that and pause the video until then. Okay? So if you have a look at the reading. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll read it through first, and then you can read it through yourself and then answer the questions. So, ancient volcano finally finds a friend. Monday, 8th of May became an historic day in Hawaii, with geologists and onlookers witnessing the appearance of a colossal volcano from the deep, dark depths of the Pacific Ocean. I wonder if you know what the word colossal means. Yeah, it means extremely big, massive. Right. The experienced geologist George Bain made a shocking discovery on Monday morning when he noticed some unusual activity in the Pacific Ocean. During the night, an active volcano emerged from the depths and now stands over 30,000 feet from its base to its summit. Now, its summit is the very top. Before now, there had only been one solitary inactive volcano, known as Kilauea, occupying Hawaii's waters. Solitary means that it's by itself. Okay, inactive means that nothing's happening. And there you have a picture of the views of Kilauea standing alone before the arrival of Mount Bain. After studying the irregular temperatures throughout the previous week, Bain raced to the location of the new volcano. At approximately 3 a.m. on Monday, Bain and hundreds of onlookers watched in awe as the rocky mass with a stunning green covering rose from the waves. Something else extremely peculiar has caught the attention of witnesses and visitors to the site. Although there are now two volcanoes, they seem to be merged together like they are one, with many saying they are embracing. Kilauea now looks vibrant and full of life, but had previously looked to be almost extinct. A witness told reporters this morning, "I couldn't believe my eyes. There was an earth-shattering explosion, and then it appeared. It looked like they were hugging." The new volcano, now known as Mount Bain, has flabbergasted experts from around the world. Bain made a statement saying how astonished he was. "Today we have seen something truly remarkable," he went on to explain. "This usually happens over centuries. However, over a few hours, we witnessed a new volcano emerging from the depths of the ocean. We will work tirelessly to explain this phenomenon." Since Monday, volcanologists from around the world have flocked to the busy site of the incident to marvel at the new volcano. However, there are many questions which the world will be looking to Bain and his fellow geologists to answer. Does this link to climate change? What impact will this have on sea temperatures? Will this have a positive or detrimental effect on the wildlife in and around the Pacific Ocean? These are just three of the main questions already being asked by world leaders, environmental activists and biologists early this morning. Although there remains deep uncertainty in the words of George Bain, this is undoubtedly an historic day for science and for the world. It is certainly an event that will be discussed, debated and studied by future generations in years to come. What I would like you to do now is read that through by yourself again, pause the video and then read it through. Okay then, so now you have got your questions. And if you have a look at number 1, it says, according to the text, how tall is the new volcano? So I'm going to go back to the text and I'm going to see if I can find out how tall the new volcano is. And I can see the sentence, during the night, an active volcano emerged from the depths and now stands over 30,000 feet from its base to its summit. So there I can see that the new volcano is over 30,000 feet. Number 2, look at paragraph 2. So go to paragraph 2, and what does the word irregular tell you about the temperatures of the sea? And it tells you to take 1. So you only take 1. So does irregular mean they were abnormal? they kept changing. They were normal and they were very hot. And then you tick the 1. And then you can pause the video and then you can complete the rest of the questions yourselves. Have a good go. Okay, so our wider curriculum that we're going to be doing is geography at this week. Okay, so geography, remember, is learning about the world. Okay, just a short task for you to do today. You have in your pack, you have got a world map. And I would like you to try and do them yourself. If not, then use the internet to see if you can name as many countries as you can. So all you have to do is label all the different countries on your world map. And you can colour them in as well. Okay? So that is your task for today, this afternoon. You've also got in your pack your sign in for Times Table Rockstars. You can use any extra time to go on Times Table Rockstars and learn. Make sure you have got your 2s, your 3s, your 4s and your 5 times table off to a T. Try and get them answered within 1.5 seconds. Okay? Have a go. Enjoy your night and I'll see you in the morning.